for a break, of course, we talked of the question of marginalization that the central leaders claimed. Now let's talk of course, the politics of central Kenya, and my guest, patiently seated pensively as well, being in studio this morning, Alex Manyasi, governance expert. Alex, thanks for, of course, being here.
Thank you.
When you see political parties being registered from central Kenya, a region that has voted largely on the Jubilee bloc, voting in a singular tone, and the Jubilee party, the Jubilee coalition, which brings, of course, the president's side and the deputy president's side, says that the House is in order. But when you see political parties being registered, that doesn't seem as though the House is totally in order. It seems as though there is some sort of a dissatisfaction.
Yeah, so, you know, when Central Kenya is registering political parties, what essentially they're making, they're trying to say is that just in case we lose Jubilee, then this is the other option. So it's a form of security that they're trying to create for themselves.
And do you see the prospects of central Kenya losing Jubilee?
That is possible in the sense that if you think about William Ruto as being the presidential candidate for 2022, then for them not to look like they are fighting on or making, upsetting the DP at that time, they will want probably to rally behind someone else and leave Jubilee for him. That is a possibility. So if they don't manage to get what they want through Jubilee, then they can get what they want through another political party. And that is only possible, if they will have registered a party by then.
This party, you believe, has to be indigenous, registered within central Kenya. It can't be another party, for instance, KANU, ODM, Ford Kenya, any other party.
Yeah, the problem is that it's about identity. So when you rally behind Ford Kenya, for example, from Central, it will almost be translated to mean you're supporting Luyas. So you want to create a party that will be different from the rest, that will be neutral. So that if you talk about now a new beginning, a new dawn, and those beautiful words that Mwangi Waria is using, then it makes sense.
And do you see the prospects of the Independence Party, KANU, working with Central Kenya, forming an alliance to of course, get into the 2022 presidential race?
That is very highly possible, and it will not be surprising at all. And in any case, I do not think that there are many options when it comes to the KANU party. One of the major options they have is actually to work with Central Kenya. It doesn't look like they will work with the Jubilee party, especially if William Ruto will be the flag bearer. That is highly unlikely. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Alex, as we conclude this conversation, in the event that President Uhuru Kenyatta exits politics, he says, no, I've had 10 years, this is me, and this is the end. Just like Kibaki silently retired from politics. Where does that leave Deputy President William Ruto?
If that happens, then the DP will actually have an easier way.
Because an easier way?
Yes. You know why? It's because he will have exited the scene. He will have left people of Mount Kenya without direction. And therefore, it's possible to say that we supported you, and therefore, we supported you, then you're supposed to support us in this sense. So regardless, if they have no one to give them direction, and President Uhuru Kenyatta has exited the scene without giving direction, then William Ruto will be the biggest beneficiary. However,
in the event then,
yes.
In the event that Uhuru gives direction, does that reverse the equation?
So yes, it will, because you see, the direction that Uhuru Kenyatta has, the simplest way for him to exist quietly is not to give direction. To say, I have done my bit, I have been president for 10 years, I give you the responsibility to make your decisions. That will be the easiest way for him to exit. Because the direction he will give, imagine a scenario where he gives direction which contradicts a William Ruto direction. Then that is likely to send a lot of shockwaves within the central region. And that will be the beginning of the problems for William Ruto himself. That's why I said for Uhuru Kenyatta to exit without saying anything would be the best for William Ruto. And like if he exists by giving direction to the community, which will contradict the direction that William Ruto expects.
Fair enough. Alex Manyasi, governance expert and political analyst. That's where we'll have to end this conversation. Thanks for coming.